Hello everyone and welcome to Destin Business Forum, a television show for members of the Destin Chamber of Commerce. I'm Shane Moody, President and CEO of the Destin Chamber, and I'm glad to be your MC and your host this month. We got two great guests with you today, so sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Don't change the channel. Our first guest today is a good friend of mine, Dr. Ken Whidden from Emerald Coast Chiropractic, and his daughter Jess. Jess, glad to have you, I think, for the first time on the show.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about Emerald Coast Chiropractic. Ken, give your background, how you got into chiropractic, and then Jess, we'll come to you and talk about why you followed Dad into the business.
Yes, sir.
Well, I've got a Navy background, retired Navy, and flying in the airplanes, you get low back issues. Ended up going to a chiropractor. I became pretty interested in chiropractic and ended up, instead of going to the airlines, I went back to school and became a chiropractor. Right now we've got one office in Destin across from the harbor, and the second office is down in Grand Boulevard, down by Sandestin.
And y'all been in Destin for how long?
Been in, the mothership's been there for 18 years.
18, right, about 2001, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah. And y'all moved here and started the business. You weren't here and decided to go into chiropractic, correct?
We moved from Atlanta. I went straight from school down here.
Okay, good.
You know, my wife, we had several opportunities. I could have gone to Pensacola, I could have gone to my hometown of Chipley, but I asked her where she wanted to go. She said, you can go anywhere you want to, but I'm going to Destin. So,
that's the way it works usually, right?
Yeah.
Right. Now, Jess, you've just joined the company.
Yes, sir.
Just, I guess, right out of school. Talk about your background, where you went to school, and what led you to come in and be part of the family business.
Well, background school-wise, I didn't get very original with it.
Yeah.
I actually did the same thing that both my father and brother did. We
Okay.
both all went to Auburn University for our undergrads, then Life University for chiropractic,
Right.
and then we came back here to Destin because I guess that's where my stepmom chose for us.
Yeah. Follow Kathy.
Yep,
Yeah.
just follow Kathy.
Yes, ma'am, Kathy. Yes, ma'am, Kathy. What made you decide to go into chiropractic?
Well, I've always been around it, at least since I was a young child. When he was in school, he also used to bring me to class with him, so I actually got to go back to the same classes
Right.
when I was in school, going to chiropractic school. I didn't have so much of an interest into it until he told me that I could specialize with animals, so that's really what kind of drove me to go follow his footsteps to an extent.
Okay, and I'm glad you brought that up because that's something I wanted to talk about. This animal chiropractic thing that's going on out there, becoming a new trend. Talk about that and why it's important for animals to get the same treatment that we get.
Okay. So when I went to chiropractic school, towards the end of it, I decided to go into the animal side of it. So that actually made me go to school a little bit longer than most people. It had me going out to Texas once a month for the past 6 months to work at Parker University. I was learning under chiropractors and vets that were all certified in animal chiropractic. It is one of the things I've always been interested in, is just animals in general, and then allowing me to be able to help them in an alternative way, because yes, there is a vet that can help your animal, but there's also a chiropractor that can do a lot of good things for your animal as well, just as we can do for people.
All right, so how would you know if your animal, if your dog or your cat needed some chiropractic work?
So we, as chiropractors, think everyone should get adjusted. Keeping your spine in line is going to allow your nervous system to express itself in the best possible way, which allows you to actually stay healthier for longer. Same thing applies for animals. However, a lot of animals can't sit there and tell you, hey, my back is
Right.
killing me today. So there are signs that do kind of give it away. If they're not jumping up like they usually do, they're limping some, or maybe they're just kind of a little off, just something's not right. That can lead to just something's being a little out of line in your spine, and then by aligning that spine allows your animal to kind of get back into their groove of things, which allows them to be their little spunky self.
Right. Okay, that's very interesting, and animal chiropractic is something I would have never thought about. And I guess at the last chamber breakfast, you gave away a gift certificate for an animal adjustment, and I said, "What in the world is that?" So I learned something new that day. Ken, Jess talked about something. You know, she said that chiropractors believe everybody should get adjusted. You know, a lot of people think that if you've got a back or a hip that might be out, lay on the floor and let your 10-year-old walk on your back and pop it back into place. That's not really what chiropractic is. You know, there's a lot of, and I've been to your office many times, both for massage and for some adjustments. Talk about the need for adjusting when things got out of alignment, and what it does for your body and your system.
Well, in today's world, you know, there's a lot of environmental factors that affect our health, and most people are looking to, especially like baby boomers, they want to express their health in a much better way. We're trying to help them enhance their health so they can lead a higher quality life, so they can be active until they check out. And what we need to do is be able to take care of you so that you can go out and do anything you want to do whenever you want to do it. And that's the goal there. Stay active and stay moving, and be able to do whatever be able to keep up with your kids, for one thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And speaking of kids, you know, you and I were talking before we started recording here. You know, my 10-year-old daughter Harper was in your office. She had rib issue, and she came in and saw your son JD, and he kind of popped her back into place. It's not just for adults.
No. Children, actually, we love doing children because children make us look good. You know, children, they're
If
little,
we raise them right, they make us
well,
look
well, that's true. They're little healing machines.
Yes.
So
yes.
if you get everything lined up right and where everything's working right, they heal up much quicker than we do. Just because their body is changing so much, their metabolism is so much higher, and they don't have 40 or 50 years of abusing their body. So it's fun to watch them.
Right, and it's not just about the back or the hip or the knee or the ankle. I mean, you can help cure earaches and some sinus issues and things like that. Talk about how it really affects your entire system.
Well, it's not like we're curing anything. We're just getting the body to where it's in a better situation so it can work like it's supposed to. Our bodies are designed to be healthy. So if we line things up and get things working a little bit better, and give you a little nutritional advice and exercise advice, people will start enhancing their own health, and they'll start feeling better, and they'll heal up and be able to do what they want to do.
Is there a big success story? Is there one patient or one client that either of you have worked on, and when they came back to see you 2 weeks later, and you really felt like a hero for solving their issue?
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. So it's an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
As the chamber guy, and somebody that is out in the community all the time, one thing that I really respect about Emerald Coast Chiropractic is how much you guys give back to the community. You're always donating, you're always volunteering, softball teams, I think kickball teams, and city recreation leagues. Why is it important for companies to do that?
Well, for one thing, we're kind of cheap. It's cheap advertising.
Right.
But you want to serve you want to serve your fellow human. You want to serve your community and be active out there. And we do have the added benefit that if we're out there serving, we do get a little exposure. And when people are looking for looking for what kind of services we provide, we're out there and they know who to look for.
Right, and it's we live here, so businesses have to be involved in helping build the community more than just economically, but in the charitable realm as well.
Right. And we're in the Destin Rotary together. It's all about serving.
Right. Jess, you fit into a category that we as a chamber are trying to cultivate right now, and that's the young professional. We're trying to bring that young group along. Talk about what it's like to be in Destin as a young professional and promoting the business while working all at the same time. How are you finding the Destin community treating you, and how happy you are to be here?
Well, I did kind of grow up here.
Right.
I went to Fort Walton Beach High School, so coming back has actually been a little bit of a readjusting phase.
Right. No pun intended.
Right. However, it is a lot of marketing that my stepmom has us doing,
Right.
and I've seen a very overwhelming support for what I do as a chiropractor being young, and also just for the new aspect of the animal stuff, because people are just so interested with it. Never heard of it.
Right.
They're really, really interested with the side of what kind of animals I can adjust and what kind of animals I like to adjust more. So more so I like doing horses over dogs. However,
okay.
dogs are my more clients I see on a regular basis.
Right.
However, it's been very receptive. The community has been really supportive of me trying to get out there and start something new for the area, because I'm the only one in the area that's certified to do it. So they're really kind of pushing me along to get out there, do more things for them.
So are you out building relationships with the vets? You know, are vets recommending you, especially if you're the only one certified in the area? I mean, you got to be pretty popular.
So far right now, I've been kind of getting around, trying to meet with some of the vets, stopping by their offices just to get my name out there, let them know I'm here, let them know I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get an animal healthy while working with them. I don't want to work against them, I want to work with them.
Right.
So there are a couple different vets that I still need to get out to. I would like to get more into the large animal side of it, so I need to get in touch with a couple of more of those vets as well.
So do you see your career path maybe going down the animal track versus the human track, you know, working more with animals? Is that kind of where you're headed?
That's where I would like to aim.
Okay.
Right now we can't really pull that trigger on that.
Right.
However, we do have both my father and my brother to take care of the people side.
Right,
So if I can get kind of busy with those animals, I'd rather just be busy with those animals.
Listen, it's an interesting mix, a really, really interesting mix of business there. And again, I'd never known about animal chiropractic had you not said something about it the other day. All right, we got just a few seconds left. Lots of chiropractors around. Why should people choose Emerald Coast Chiropractic?
We try to do our best. That's all we can guarantee is we're going to give them our best shot every time. I'm sure any other folks would too, but that's all we can do is just give them our best shot.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. And I know RJ's got your information on the screen so people will know how to find you. Thank you for being with us today. Jess, good luck with the animal
Thank you.
chiropractic, and it's good to have you on the show for the first time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with our next guest.